This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Vauldemare here with more Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. Well, junior detectives, today we shall be, well, getting this hook so we can
this hook might
get with.
be useful.
Well, I didn't think it was gonna be because hooks are usually meant for evil purposes only.
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Have you never read a mystery before, Sherlock? I mean, come on.
Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest.
Then why was it highlightable? Why? No, just... Yep, hold on. Bags.
Some empty bags were recently moved.
Oh no. Oh, that's it. Okay, let's go use the hook to see what's in that well. Is it a well? Well, not well enough. Well. All right, let's add the hook, and let's use it. Let's see if we can get it. Come on, first tries the charm. That was easy. The bag had a convenient little thing to grab. Oh my!
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence.
Okay, is it just me or is that a huge ass fork? Maybe it's just in relative relativeness of what's going on.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Okay, so the silverware has been recovered. Still haven't solved the mystery, but... why would that be a connection? Huh. Alright, well, let's see what, find a pair... Okay, I don't... That's weird. Anyway, let's see, robbery is a motive. The robbery could have been imitated. To explain... I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's almost not the Randall game, but it's actually they're actually being blamed for it. I mean, obviously we don't have enough clues, but oh, we're connecting a lot of stuff. We're not even halfway through the game. So now we need to see if we can find the sailor. That's definitely one synopsis of the option. Okay, so now we need to find sailors. See if they're truly, if this line of thinking actually does go. Now, is there actually a place to travel to? No. Perhaps we need to talk to Lestrade. Perhaps. So we need to do some research to see if we can find these suspects, and a dialogue option, which is probably Lady Brackenwall, whatever. Some random hoity-toity name. Do you have any extra dialogue options? I guess we could ask him about the silverware or possible sailor suspects.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
That's one point. Let's see if the lady knows anything about the silverware.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
I was thinking that the main guy was killed by basically a lover of hers. You know, like whether she wanted it to happen or not is a different matter. Maybe he just thought, oh, if he was gotten rid of. Like, it's the whole, like, she told him that he was beating on her, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get him, you know, type of thing.
We found
I could be
your
wrong, but
mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
why don't you stroke Mr. Sherlock Holmes' ego more, shall we? Although he's kind of one of those people that he prides himself on being smart, but yet in the end result, that's not what he truly wants out of this. It's kind of weird to explain him. But He's definitely a man who doesn't mind having his ego stroked every once in a while. Not all the time, just like... Because you can tell in some books and stories, he's like, yes, whatever, I'm Sherlock Holmes, bloody. I guess we could just drop Toby off. We don't really need him anymore. Right, I mean, we already sniffed him out. You'd think we'd just use him regularly to sniff out other things, but... Well, a good game adds all the more options later on than just all at once, because then you're not surprised about, you know, what new things you can do.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Well, we need to do some research. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let's see. What are we looking for again? Ship. Let's see if we've got a... Probably want CMS in history. No, nothing there. The name of ship and the date. Right, it can't be from this one, right? Let's see, just double checking. Okay, so not that one. Let's go to the newspaper. See if 1893 pops anything up. Oh, here we go. Rock of Gibraltar. The Strand, arrival of Rock of Gibraltar, ship returned. The Rock of Gibraltar, a bulk carrying from the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, Cunard Building, James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage to India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family owning land in tin mines. Oh, is that her name, Fraser, then? The reporter for beautiful young ladies apparently presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in
Here
Kent.
it is.
Okay, so we got... So she was just a young lady who was basically
The
wed to an
shipping
old
company,
geezer.
The Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
What are the specialists? Your kid buddies? Yep. Wiggins! Get in here, Wiggins, for your spanking! I didn't know why I had to turn to it like that, but I did.
Would you come upstairs, please?
Isn't that kind of creepy that Wiggins just kind of hangs out around
Your
Sherlock
service,
Holmes'
Mr.
house?
Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Sherlock Holmes is definitely a funny character because of like he's not against like stealing and doing all this stuff to get to the truth, you know. I mean, short of like killing a person, obviously, or coercing through torture, but you know, he's definitely a strange, like he would just wants the truth. So even though he works for the law, he just wants the truth. So he's willing to do what is necessary to get it.
I left it right
Hey,
on the
Wiggins.
table for you, sir.
Well, fine. I'll read the register.
This
Get to the
list
bottom of
shows
the
the
case.
senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
So she probably formed a
And these are the
relationship
lists
with
of
one of the.
senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
I bet she like made it like she was gonna go marry. And she's like this young woman who's like never seen her husband before, type of thing. And then she gets to know like one of the strapping young sailors on the ship who got to, you know, who fancy her, and you know, typical fashion, and you know, probably being a young man, he's very, very passionate. You know, let's see, what am I looking for? They need to be departure from London, arrival. Okay, no, not that one. Because they have to be here by the 7th, right? Departure. Nope. Huh. Because it says it's 1894. So they had to be in town by then. Oh, it would have been this one because they hadn't left yet. Yeah. Okay, so no, I don't see. Jack Crocker. Oh, okay, here we go.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
So you have 2 days to see if maybe he has something to do with
This
it.
list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This
don't
must
need to
mean
hear
that
that,
someone
thanks.
on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Let's see if there's anyone else. Duncan. There's no Duncans, no Peters, no Nails, no Georges, no Franks, and no Murdoch. So there's no one else on this one. Let me see if there's any others. I guess there's got to be if. Let's see. He's already left. Is that someone we should...
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
So are we trying to... Oh, okay. So we're just trying to cut down the list.
This officer
I
is
got you.
still
That
at
makes sense.
sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Well, that makes a bit more sense that we have to at least make sure we cut down the list. Go back to that one. Stupid controller. Let's see.
This
Click
officer
here.
is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
And
This
then there's
officer is
Ernest
still at
Woods.
sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
So we need to get Charles and William. And there's Charles.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. This
Okay,
officer
so
was on
Jack
a ship
Crocker.
that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Yeah, not too hard. Just had to, like, squint my eyes at my TV just to see what I was reading. Okay, so we need to see where Mr. Jack Crocker is. See if he has
This
anything to do with it.
Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
So now we need to tell Wiggins to go find call Crocker to confront him, see if he's done anything. Whoops, wrong button. Alright. Mr. Wiggins, go find him. Go find our man.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Sometime later. Meanwhile, back at the Super Friends base. Oh, while we're waiting for the game to load. I was assuming to go straight into the
Mr.
thing.
Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
I've come here to murder you! No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's profile this dude. Racial profiling! Clear look, honest. I guess there is a type of way, because if you're lying, you'll usually look in a direction, or you'll fidget, or you won't be clear about what you're doing. Strong build, obviously being a sailor. Have to be able to have some, at least some muscle. Some muscle. Huh, weird. Usually they have the hands being something, but I guess strong build gets you the same thing. And he has a crotch. Ooh. Oh, I thought there was something too. Nope. Newspaper ink. So he's been reading the newspaper? Okay, here we go. Clean boots, so he hasn't been like in the mud or anything like that recently. Oh, hold on. There we go. Sea knife. He's got a knife! Well, that's not surprising. Back in the day, everyone usually had some type of weapon on. Not really a gun, but at least in Britain. I still don't remember Britain is not allowed to carry guns at this time yet. If they've set that rule or not.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
You tied her
Lady
up.
Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Oh, no, get it. The sailor's knots. Haha.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Okay. So now... have we gotten everyone in this one yet? Yeah, pretty much. There's only 3 people, because it's not... there's no blacked out things, and the rest of them are for the other 2 mysteries. So I'm probably 1, 2, 3 for the next mystery, and then 4 for the finale, I assume, anyway. So we basically got all our... Isn't it kind of sad that because of that little function, I have a idea who did it, or for what reason, you know? Maybe lying about... Okay, so Crocker's statement. And as the only sailors aboard the Rock of Gibraltar. Okay, what is that? What options are there? Crocker's involvement. Crocker's line, his involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard that I was looking for him, thus signaling the guilt. And I was aboard the shape. He's not afraid to confront me in his confident demeanor. I don't know. Let's see, does that pop anything? Okay, so that get... Are we already at the end of the game? Have we ever found do we have a possibility of an ending already? The captain is the killer. Sir Eustace was murdered by one person who was visiting that night. The murderer's tall and agile and is high-ranking sailor. It was murder, so you can arrest him. Jack Crocker is a murderer, and you will bring him and his accomplice, Lady Brackenstall, to justice. Could absolve him. The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent dysmaniac man. The mystery solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There's no need to inform the police. Okay, what happens if I choose the other? I want to see what my options are before I choose officially. Let's see. Yeah, it almost. I kind of want to see if any of those tie into. I just want to see if there's another option here or not. Okay, so the other option is that it's the Randall gang, quote unquote. This case is too simple for you. Take this opportunity, leave all the credit to your friend Lestrade. Your name will not appear in the press. Trump the police. The speed with which you resolve the thorny problem is indicative of genius. The police naturally only demonstrated their incompetence. Ha, that is kind of funny. So you could just say immediately that the Randalls did it, and there you go. But that like completely disregards everything, all the other, info we've got on this. So, all right, well, we got some time, don't we? So, go ahead and I'm trying to think if because there's no more clues, and he said that we were pretty much. Wow, this one's actually kind of quick, huh? I was actually kind of surprised. All right, well, let's see what we'll see what the differences are, and then kind of go with and see what I want to decide. So let's try with the rest Captain Crocker. See what it looks like. That was fast, man. I wasn't surprised to beat the case so quickly.
Mr. Crocker to come here again, please.
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstone.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Is that the end, or is he gonna attack my ass? He's gonna attack my ass! What? Hey, it's A! Oh, no! No! Do not shoot yourself! You're going to jail like everyone else! Haha, you're not getting away. Haha, I'm awesome. I'm Sherlock Holmes. Bitch. Hold your herrings, Captain.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
I'm actually really surprised it went smoothly too. Like, that was quick. Alright, let's see. Do I have enough time? That's going to be long, but I'll go ahead and do the other ending. Why not? I'll do the absolve ending and see if he tries to kill himself again or not. Probably not. It's probably only when you accuse him, but if he does, I'll just let him shoot himself and see how that ends the story. Kind of like when I didn't show it on screen, but during the second story, you could actually just not even stop the Mexican from killing, you could let him kill the dude, and then shoot him in the head, and you basically just kill everyone. Yeah, it's kind of screwed up. Alright, let me, because I doubt doing the other one is really that interesting, doing, like, the Randalls, so let's see what happens if I absolve Mr. Crocker. Like I said, it'll be a little bit of a long episode, but, you know, you'll forgive me for showing some actual
could you ask
plot.
Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Dun dun dun. Barely an hour passed before our man came back again. He's gonna try to kill himself.
Again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstone.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
I guess I could be talking
It's
during
true.
this because they're saying basically the
It is
same
time for you to tell
thing.
us
So
the whole truth.
I
And
admit
nothing
that
but
I
the
loved
truth.
Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her. I was due to set sail for 6 months away.
yeah, I forgot you could actually skip this stuff
Oh,
too.
I regret nothing. I admit I killed
Lady Brackenstall,
Mary.
Okay.
but that makes her an accomplice as well.
Mr. Holmes.
Yep.
You would not have managed.
Till I die. Do you hear me? Here. Now it is time to end this.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna skip it, and I'm just gonna let him kill himself just to see what that story is. La 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 la. Go ahead and do it. Aw. And I was gonna absolve you of your crimes too. Well, sucks for you.
Watson.
It's over, Holmes. We can do nothing for him now.
Here is a case that didn't end as I had expected. It is entirely my fault. I know that you have already drafted a summary of the case. You have my permission for its publication, if you so wish.
I'll think about it, Holmes.
I assume absolving him basically just.
Holmes.
Oh.
Whatever is going on here?
That is Sir Eustace's killer. He has performed his own brand of justice.
My God. But why did you not call me?
I apologize. Here is his letter of confession.
So much drama.
You have no idea.
But yeah, I bet the difference in the ending is he's like, when he stops him, he's just like, don't worry about it. I wasn't going to tell anyway. And he's like, what? I don't know. But anyway, so what will I choose to do with this man? Well, I throw him in jail for his heartless killings, because even though the man was beating his wife, perhaps there are ways around that, not just the passion of murder. Or will I give in to my sympathetic ways and knowing that that I know the truth of the case doesn't mean everyone else has to. So, and with that in mind, next episode we'll start the next case. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And the game was afoot, my friends, but now it's been solved. See you then.